Hi y'all, Christian Stylez back for another video. And my goodness, we have quite a topic to talk about today. Um, I'm not exactly sure how to even start this off. It's gonna sound like I'm angry, which I am, but let's just get right into it. As you know, you can read the title. James Charles. I feel like he is not deserving of the platform that he was given. Not only is he not deserving because he can't stay out of trouble, he can't stay out of drama, he can't stay out of trying to get in young boys' pants. I feel like he was only given the opportunity because the people who were at the top have fallen from grace. Meaning, the world wanted someone in the beauty space that was male that could do the job and do it well and really be, what this world needs and what have you. So here comes James Charles, and they thought, hey, this kid, he'll work, so we'll put him on the cover. We'll put him on the cover of CoverGirl. A magazine that hasn't featured any black people, and a whole company that was built by white people and only featured black people once they were actually called out for never having to in the first place, which was Queen Latifah. Where is that ad now? Where is the Queen Latifah line now? He is beyond privileged and he doesn't even realize it. He's beyond spoiled and he doesn't even realize it. He is beyond entitled and he doesn't even realize it. And the world follows suit. They follow that kind of energy. They follow that kind of arrogance, ignorance, narcissism. The world follows suit. And I just don't understand why. The TikTok dances that he does all have come from African American creators in which he is giving no credit to. None. And it's not just James Charles, it's every influencer. Every white influencer takes from the black community and then you never hear from them again after they've, gotten what they needed from you. And I am sick and tired of people praising James for being one of the only males in this space with a quote-unquote positive reputation or a positive vibe or being kind-hearted or being, whatever they think that he is on camera. You guys are sadly mistaken. All 20 million of you, or probably 25 million by now. And I'm not saying that because I think James Charles is a bad person. I'm just saying that I'm pointing out that he has a platform that he does not deserve. And people who work harder at their job, people who have more to offer the world, get nothing. He steps on everybody's back to get where he is. And yet, the people who actually gave him those ideas, the people who are actually doing the hard work that actually deserves, success, they don't get that because there's no room, there's no space in the beauty community for any other male influencer because it's being taken up by James. As sad as that might sound, that's the truth. In fact, I actually got so upset with him that I ended up Snapchatting him, and he opens my Snapchats periodically, so I expect for him to open it eventually and read what it says. But I asked him to collaborate with him, mainly because I feel like his lack of African American presence, or his lack of being around African Americans, I see him no less racist than Jeffree Star. Plain and simple. Does that mean I'm calling James Charles a racist? Yes, it does. And I know that the first thing that people are going to say is, oh, well, what about Lil Nas? Lil Nas was a stepping stone. Lil Nas was an opportunity. Lil Nas just happens to be African American and gay. So the two of them linked up to further James's career. Because let's be honest, do you think Lil Nas needs James Charles to catapult him anywhere? He's already where he wants to be. James Charles needed Lil Nas. And it just helped that he was black, because a lot of rumors were spurring about him not having any black friends, or not caring for the African American community, or not even catering to them at all. But I don't expect him to, because he can't. He can't cater to somebody he knows nothing about. He can't cater to a race he knows zero about. But he takes our style, he takes our influence, and he uses that to his advantage. His white, very privileged, very stubborn, stuck-up, jackass, rude, disrespectful, out of touch. I just can't even, I can't express, like, most of his content is very tone deaf. And, you know, whatever. He's on cloud 9. Let him live his life. But I feel like it's the way he's going about it is the problem that I have. Without the white all-American girls and the little white all-American gay boys, he would not be anybody to look up to. And the only reason people jump ship from Jeffery Star and that other fruitcake, whatever his name is, I can't remember his name, who was his sidekick, Shane Dawson, that's it, who was his sidekick, he would be nowhere. He would be absolutely nowhere. But because people don't want to support that racist, they rather support someone who has it all under control, that has their issues all under wrap, you know, and he plays the victim a lot of the time. And I wondered why I was always, like, as much as I don't agree with the way Trisha Paytas does things, I wondered always why I ended up watching her videos. I wondered why she was always everywhere I looked. And it was because there was something deep in me that agreed with some of the stuff that she was saying, and so many other people. And it's so hard for me to really grasp this. So let me read you what I sent him. And I'll break it down for you in case you guys need any help breaking, you know. Now, I wrote a lot to him. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I wrote a lot because I have a ton to say to him. And as you can see, it clearly says James Charles at the top. I don't know if you guys can see that? No, it just won't let me. This lighting just won't let me be great. Oh! Okay, you guys can see it? Yeah, you guys can see it a little bit. Let me fix my light that just fell. Jesus. Jeffery Star and Shane Dawson fell from grace just like my ring light just did. Alright, so, now, I said, hey, I'd like to collab with you. Self-taught versus actual professional. I am a cosmetology specialist and you are self-taught, and I think it would be nice to educate the world on the difference between self-taught and a trained professional in this industry, and the legal ramifications on not following the laws put in place in your state of whomever wants to make a living out of what I do for a living. People say that there isn't a difference, but there most certainly is. And that was the first thing that I said to him, mainly because I feel like people forget that he's self-taught. People forget that he's not a professional. People forget that he's just a little gay boy playing in makeup. People forget that he's using his privilege. He's using his skin tone. He's hiding behind all of that and really making the best out of it. Okay? And he does amazing makeup. I'm not going to take that away from him. But it's kind of like how you can't walk into a hospital and play doctor. You shouldn't be able to get on a platform and play like a professional because you're not one. Plain and simple. You're not one. And he's only catering to a specific type of audience. That's why I really wanted to collab, to try to help his image in a way, to say, you know what, here's an African American person that does the job way better than you, and not only that, knows way more than you, and is just has a total and full understanding of how the world really works. And I feel like he's so entitled and he's so out of touch with Americans in the community that nobody sees these things. They think that this is normal for, a 21-year-old to be doing these things and to think the way that he does and to have the mindset that he does and to be totally arrogant. No. So then I said, and the obvious difference between the two of us is how easy it is for you and how easily you are accepted by the world because you are white, plain and simple. And me being black, a non-binary individual, the deck is already stacked against me. I thought you coming forward with something like this, that's still beauty related, but also is a response to what's happening in the world, will show people that although you have never been systematically oppressed in any way or told you couldn't do something simply because of the color of your skin, and that you have never struggled a day in your life because you haven't and never will, but you stand with those who have dealt with injustice, and you saying to the American people that you support all races because the only two people of color you have been seen with is Little Nas, which is not the average everyday black American, and the girl that won your show, which was probably a contractual obligation, and she's biracial, which doesn't count, just like Obama isn't all the way black either. So he doesn't count as being our first black president, because we never had one of those. I am fully black, and I will help the entitlement and self-absorbed image you have to the public. Now, some people view him as that. I view him as that. Trisha Paytas views him as that. So many other people view him as that. Even as terrible of a human being as Jeffery Star and Shane Dawson is, they also view him as that. And I feel like some of the biggest male influences in this industry, why they made it so far, I will never understand. But what I do understand is the fact that they did make it far. They did make it far. And they took what they had to do and they used it to their advantage. They used the American people to their advantage and got to where they are. But they didn't do it honestly. They didn't do it in the best way they possibly could, because now Jeffree Star has a failing fucking business and Shane Dawson is in hiding because nobody wants to hear from him at all, because he is a sicko that likes to hump pictures of little girls. So then I said, I keep it real. I will not tell you whatever you want to hear for your approval, because I don't care for your approval. I care about the world actually knowing the difference between someone who has worked and is working just as hard as you as a black person and getting zero affirmation, and you as a white person getting all the affirmation, in which is not deservedly so, because those people have gone with the lesser evil, when in reality you are the most public male figure that's not a complete asshole or a known racist in the beauty space. If I'm wrong, let me know. But the truth is, but there's truth to what I'm saying. You're not the only male in this space, but yet you're the only one that the world sees. Why is that? Is it truly because you're that much better, or because those males in the beauty space are just terrible human beings? Can you answer that honestly? So that is what I sent to him, and honestly, I don't believe that he can, or that he has the capacity, or that he has the intellectual capability to answer that correctly. Because he can't tell me what it's like to be a black person in America. He can't tell me what it's like to build a business from the ground up. From the ground up. I am a national award-winning cosmetologist. I am a national award-winning cosmetologist. Let that sink in. I'm not here on YouTube because I have to be. I am not here because I want to be. I am here because it is my duty, it is my obligation to show people that African American people can be successful. They will be successful. And we don't need to ever be compared to any white person. But the injustice that us having to work half as hard, twice as hard, to get half of what they have is absolutely ridiculous. It is ludicrous, and it should not be the case. But it is, and this is where we are. This is where America is. The American dream, that boat sailed years ago, and it's never docking again. Now, for people who are James Charles fans, if this offends you, I don't give a rat's ass. For people who are Jeffree Star fans, I don't give a rat's ass. For people who are Shane Dawson's fans, if he even has those, I don't give a rat's ass. Because what I'm doing is I'm telling the truth. I'm setting it free. I'm setting what should be obvious out there into the world, into motion. I will always have love for James Charles. I will always have love for him. Because kudos to him. At the end of the day, he is still a part of this community. He still is someone, a force to be reckoned with. I might not agree with how he's gone about it. But at the end of the day, he is still someone that is a part of this community. And I'm not trying to totally pick apart everything. I'm not saying that what he does is easy, because it's not. I do the same thing, so it's not easy. But I'm saying you don't, from a professional standpoint, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to have worked so hard and have gone to school for something and have succeeded and have won a national award and have gone through all the steps possible to do this, and now I am here, but all the space is taken up by James Charles and everyone else. And all of them are not deserved of the platform that they receive. As harsh as it is, that is the reality. I mean, for crying out loud, Jeffree Star is trying to hold on to what little fame he has left by claiming that he slept with Kanye. Like, really? That's what your life has been reduced to? Really? And all I'm trying to do is make a difference. And all I'm trying to do is get the American people to open up their eyes and see what is clear. It's clear as all get out, unless you just are biased or slow or too blinded because these are your favorite people that I'm mentioning. Those same favorite people that don't give a fuck about you. Those same people that won't stop in the street to take a photo with you. Those same people that won't give you the time of day. Those same people that don't respond to your comments under their videos. Those same people who could care less. Because at the end of the day, they're still getting paid. They're still performing, you know, their contractual obligations with YouTube and all the other companies that they work with. They're all in it for the money. And yet you guys care so much about their opinion. All three of them. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I had to say something. I really, honestly, truly did. I had to say something. Because I have been feeling this way for a long time. Let me leave you guys with this question. If James Charles were African American, where would he be? If Jeffery Star were African American, where would he be? Where would it be? I can't even say, like, ugh. Racist piece of shit. And Shane Dawson, if he were black, where would he be? When you guys can answer that question honestly in the comment section down below, then I'll feel bad about what I said. Until then, stay perfectly imperfect, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.